Pre-trial suppression hearings in the state case of Luigi Mangione are still underway. A judge will decide whether some of the evidence against him will be excluded from trial, like his defense team is arguing for.
But with some of that evidence now accessible to the public, how will this impact seating a jury? Alice Gaynor has been in the courtroom every day, and she joins us now here in studio to talk about what legal experts are saying about whether or not it's going to be easy to seat a jury and how having some of this evidence public will even make a difference.
That's right. So I spoke with 2 attorneys and a jury consultant who works on high-profile cases. One concern in a case like this is people trying to get on the jury to influence it, or as one of the experts says, for fame. So I asked them how having details and evidence out there all over social media and in the news affects finding a fair and impartial jury. A short clip of body cam footage.
Someone called, they thought you were suspicious.
Photos of items police testified were found on Luigi Mangione when he was arrested, like notes and a gun released.
There are people who tune things out, and they'll come into this and say, I have no idea who this guy is.
Legal experts say despite all of the information about the case out there, they believe a fair and impartial jury is possible, though it will take specific questioning of prospective jurors to find them.
With respect to insurance companies, their feelings with respect to people being armed.
One of the questions that we ask quite frequently in jury selection is, how do you get your news? What are your sources? What are your apps? And that question in and of itself tells a lot about people.
Dr. Joellen Demetrius is a jury and trial consultant and has worked on high-profile cases involving O.J. Simpson and Scott Peterson. Last year, she consulted for the defense in the Daniel Penny subway chokehold trial. He was acquitted. She says sometimes having evidence out there benefits them for research ahead of trial, both the prosecution and defense.
You're not going to be blindsided by what the other side has. You know what they have, and you can potentially see how people react to it. So that's where you have a really unique opportunity in a high-profile case.
Attorney Dante Mills points to one potential issue in the Mangione state case if some of the evidence that's been released is excluded.
We don't know what evidence is going to be allowed in court, and it does. You know, it clouds things a bit because there's going to be some jurors, even if they say I can do it, sitting in that courtroom saying, but wait, what about, I heard there was this notebook. I never saw that. What about that? I wonder what was in there. That's something you're going to have to contend with because this evidence is trickling out in these earlier proceedings.
Professor of law Anna Kaminsky reminds everyone.
He has not even started his trial. So everything that we're hearing right now are allegations. The prosecutor still has to prove this case beyond a reasonable doubt.
That's right. A trial date has not even been set yet. And judges always remind jurors they're only allowed to consider what happens inside that courtroom when they are deliberating. Another interesting thing the jury consultant says is often in high-profile cases, jurors who are new to the country are selected. And I have seen that in my experience covering trials. Christine and Jessica, hearings resume tomorrow. I will be there.
I'm interested to hear some of the questions that the jurors are going to be asked as they select the jury, Alice. Something to look forward to.
They're really going to have to dig deep. And of course, the #1 question, what do you already know about the case is what they'll ask them. So,
Alice Gaynor, thank you.